this year can be nothing like last year. Let's talk about that. Hey, what's up? It's Eric Richey. Welcome to my channel. So today I wanted to tell you all about my 2022 Instagram strategy, what I plan to do to get me to that next big milestone, whether that's 5K, 10K. We're crossing our fingers for 10K by the end of the year, but hey, we're not holding ourselves to numbers because, as you know from watching videos on this channel, numbers is not what makes you revenue. So a little life update about me. So as you know, I am a small content creator. I run a business to help small content creators, and I also work a traditional 9-to-5. In quarter 3, I started a new job, and so trying to find my backing through there. And then in quarter 4, I had great news, and I became a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. And so that was a big thing for me, which took a lot of time for me. And so it's not that I didn't create content, I didn't edit content, I wasn't posting anymore. So my whole thing for 2022 is balance. That is my word of the year. Erica, we came for the strategy. Why did you just tell us all that? I told you all that because that's what's gonna go into my Instagram strategy, is finding that balance. So I have my trusty iPad here, because you know they say if you got an iPad, then your life is together. So I bought me an iPad for Christmas. So first things first, I'm going to be focusing on my actual profile, my actual branding, and things like that. So we know like the blues and things, those are my brand colors. Those are staying the same. Those aren't leaving. I'm in love with them. If you're wondering what colors maybe you should choose for your brand, check the cards above. I did a video about color psychology. So my brand is sticking the same. However, I want to make sure that I am fine-tuning my niche. So I know that I speak directly to small creators, and I want to make sure that I'm talking to the correct one. The ones who are looking to monetize, the ones who have full-time jobs like me as well, who eventually want to make this their full-time career, but they're not there yet. So I want to make sure that I am identifying my audience correctly and that I am speaking and giving value directly to those people. I want to give my page a refresh. I know we have this video in the cards that talks about giving your page like the spring cleaning. Even though it's not necessarily spring yet, I think that it's the beginning of the year. I need to go through and refresh. So making sure that my page is searchable, making sure that my profile picture is nice and up to date. And so I just want to do a whole run through of my profiles and make sure that they feel like the Erica Richey brand. So the next big thing of my strategy is focusing on my content, right? So I can't be a content creator and producing no content. At that point, I'm just a consumer. And so I want to make sure that I am providing valuable content. So that's revisiting my content pillars. So making sure that, are those still living up to the brand? Are those still getting that correct messaging across? And if not, changing those. And then also though, in this content piece, I was so focused on creating content, and just throwing so much stuff out and making sure that I'm posting like the 3 reels a week or doing this and that. And I always fell off because it just wasn't realistic to my life. I have a full-time job. I have a new sorority. I'm still in my old fraternity. So it's like, I have a lot going on. I can't sit here and post 5 times a day like some of these people who have full-blown teams, and that is okay. And so that's where this balance comes in, is how I can produce content that still entertains, still provides value, that's meaningful to my audience, but also that I can get out consistently. I think that that's a big thing that we need to focus on for 2022, is being consistent. And we all know I am a big preacher of frequency and consistency are 2 different things. Don't get them confused. And this might be a surprise to a lot of people. We're going to talk about my reach and engagement strategy for 2022. And honestly, in the years previous, that's been like my main focus, is making sure I'm getting new followers, making sure that I'm doing different content, that it can have a higher potential to go viral, blah, blah, blah. Not no more. That's not my strong suit anymore. I'm not focused that heavy on hashtags. I'm not focused that heavy on doing different trendy things to make sure that I'm just getting in front of as many people as possible. This year, I'm really focused on meeting my current audience where they are at, which comes back to that balance. So figuring out how to nurture my current audience and give them what's valuable to them. In the previous years, and I can link my 2021 strategy above, I was so focused on getting new followers, because that's that's where I was at. I was starting from nowhere, and I wanted to make sure that I positioned myself as a social media expert in the industry or whatever. However, now I feel like you know that if you have a question about social media and you're a small content creator, you can come here. You know that I'll give you the answers. You know I'll support you 100%. This is a small creator fan club. And so now it's like, how can I further meet you where you're at? How can I further help you along your journey and just talk and nurture and value that? So that's where my engagement is going to be focusing on nurturing my audience, making sure that I'm replying to all my comments in a timely fashion, replying to all my DMs, and making sure that my responses are meaningful and helpful, not just thank you so much. Just making sure that I am watering my audience. And with that, of course, growth will come once I start nurturing my audience and they know like, hey, we can depend on you again. Because also I went ghost. I stopped being on Clubhouse. I stopped posting on Instagram. I stopped posting on YouTube. I went ghost. And so of course, me watering my audience and growing them back strong and healthy, they will push that to their people that they know who might need my assistance as well. And so growth will come. However, I am focused on my almost 3K that I have right now. So for me in 2022, I am focusing on my content. I want to fall back in love with creating content again, because I think that was also what happened. Is I wasn't feeling as creative. I was so drained from my new job because it was just like I was trying to figure out how to work there, how to be a good employee there, and things that I forgot about. Like, yo, you have a whole business. You need to be a good employee for your business. If I wasn't the CEO of my business, I would have fired myself. So it's like, I think that that's my number one priority, is focusing on my content, falling back in love with creating content, getting consistent with content, and just being immersed in that good content creator spirit. Number two, I'm focusing on my branding, making sure that the Erica Rasha Productions brand is very congruent, that my messaging is the same across platforms. So if you find me on YouTube, you can go get little snippets on Instagram. And I want to throw a little headway out there because that might look a little different on TikTok, because I want to try to start working with some different strategies on TikTok. So if y'all see my TikTok and I'm doing nails and I'm doing this and that, mind your business. Mind your business.
In my business? Don't do that.
It'll all make sense when I start posting the YouTube videos on why I'm doing certain things. But also, like, that's me. That's Erica Rasha. Number three is that's when I'm going to focus about my reach and engagement and things like that, and growing my audience, because really that's not my main thing. My main thing is to find that balance of me being not only a content creator but a full-time employee. So balancing content, balancing being a business owner and the responsibilities that come with that, and working with these different brands and things like that. Because Q4, I let so many deals just go out on by. Even though it was money and even though it was opportunity, it was just, I just did not have the capacity. I was running at zero. And so figuring out how to balance that so that the business aspect is there, and then figuring out how to balance my current audience before I sit here and try to go worried about finding new people to bring into that mix. You don't want to bring new people into chaos. Not how that works. Because then if I go start focusing on, yes, I'm doing viral, trendy content, and I'm trying to work on my hashtags so I can reach as many people as possible, I get all these followers, and then what? And I go on a hiatus again, or I fall back out of level content again, and I'm not creative. What is that going to do for anybody? Then I'm going to just have followers sitting there. It's no good. So just focusing on that. So that is my strategy for 2022. Steal it if you want to. If you want me to go more in detail on what my posting schedule and things are going to look like, then definitely feel free to drop a comment down below. Let me know what you're looking forward to doing in 2022, but also what would you want to see from me? And if you enjoyed this video, I am for sure that you are going to enjoy these two right here. Check them out. The one at the top is actually going to be really good, because if you're figuring out how to build your brand with your Instagram profile, that one's going to be the one for you. However, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.